Welcome, everybody, to this very exciting day. Today marks a very special occasion as we officially launch Voices of the 21st Century Women Empowered Through Passion and Purpose. And this day is not just a celebration of a book release, it's a celebration of your dedication, your courage, and your incredible story. So, over the past year, each of you has embarked on a remarkable journey, diving deep into your experiences, your triumphs, and your challenges to share your story. Your words have power to inspire, to heal, and to empower readers from all walks of life. And as we acknowledge our collective effort and individual brilliance that has brought us to this launch, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to you. Your commitment to sharing your voice has been nothing short of inspiring. You have not only contributed to a book, you have contributed to a movement that champions the voices of women across the globe. So, congratulations to each of you on your incredible achievement. Now it's time to introduce you to the world. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce you to Zanita Johns, who kicks off our book with a poem that she has written especially for for you to summarize all of our stories. I'll pass it over to you, Zan.
Hi, thanks, Gail. This is so exciting. In honor of our empowered movement, I present to you our dedication poem titled Empowered Bells. Inspiring story after story, resounding voice after voice. The richness of our narratives reveals the courage of our choice. We treat vulnerability as an asset, a conduit of interconnection. We greet each day with confidence, hope, gratitude, and reflection. Our phenomenal, unique selves didn't fit the basic molds. We answered only to our destinies and not to what we were told. The corporate world couldn't contain us. Family dynamics have been addressed. We exposed hurt to heal the healers as we managed our own stress. Our comfort zones became uncomfortable when our purpose wasn't fed. We knew we were meant for greatness, fierce vessels, authentically led. The views in our rear view mirrors display strife-laden trails. Ambition paired with valor bred success, raised ourselves. Discovery was our motivation. We were brave enough to search for self. We're daring enough to grasp what we find, resilient enough to evolve in kind. Whenever fears slowed us down, the universe lifted us up, one pump in front of the other on a path paved with trust. We defied extreme odds against us with the wattage of our guiding lights. We move with the vibration of sisterhood toward futures distinctly bright. Sometimes we hold up the sky. Other times we're just glad to be alive. After the storms, we come out dancing. Like a phoenix from ashes, we rise. A hand clap for each sister who got up. A fist bump for all who cheer her on. We're but a glimpse of what we once were. Our light shine as we carry on. Because we boldly bask in purpose, triumph will always be our goal. You will remember our remarkable stories long after our empowered bells toll. Thank you.
Woohoo! Wow, we're all cheering you on. Look at our group here, everyone.
Thank
And Zan, what a beautiful poem to kick us off with not only our celebration today, congratulations to all of us authors for being an international best-selling author and to be in the front of this book. It really rings true for the tone that is set in the beginning of our book. And each one of you authors has a remarkable story that is echoed in that poem. And I wanted to bring your little takeaway of the story. What is your story about to the world in this video, this live stream celebration? So we're going to go around to each of you authors who are here to share your sentence, your one sentence driver about how and description about what people will learn or take away or why they should read your story. So let's go to Lee Atherton first.
Good afternoon or morning or evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Lee Atherton. My chapter is Phoenix Rising. It's my story of rising from the ashes of trauma and finding healing and hope with the help of my service dogs, Shadow and Phoenix.
Woo, exciting to do that. Wonderful. All right. And can't wait to read Phoenix Rising. Now, Bridget Stills is down under. Tell us about your story.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Bridget Stills is my name, and the title of my chapter is How I Got My Start in Property Management. And I'd just like to say I started my career during difficult times in 1975. Women were not really known to be within the industry, and I had some sobering experiences. And if you'd like to know more about how I dealt with them and what happened to me, please read my chapter.
Yes. And by the way, you can get this book right now for 99 cents as the Kindle ebook at Voices of the 21st Century Book.com. So go ahead and grab your copy today. Support women. If women's voices mean anything for you, if you know that the value of women's voices are going to elevate our world like we do, support women with the 99-cent purchase at Voices of the 21st Century Book.com. All right, let's go over to Paula Kramer, our multi-time international best-selling author here with Voices of the 21st Century.
Starting at age 70, I want you to know you can do this in your 70s. My chapter is Making Connections to Change the World. It's about how one small world change led to one big world change. I made the small world change. My connection made a big world change and gave me international influence.
Ah, beautiful. Very inspiring. These stories are just so inspiring, each one uniquely on its own. Thank you, Paula. And Kashawn, would you like to share next?
Yes. In my chapter, Get to Abundance from a Pile of Ashes, I share just how to navigate the journey of grief and loss and then become the ultimate author of your journey, your story, wherever you may be.
Wonderful. Can't wait to read it. And Amy Leah, would love to hear about your story.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amy Leah Tamburini. My chapter is called Miracles Happen. And through this story, you're going to feel in your bones that it doesn't matter how dire your circumstances are, that when you receive support to shift your perspective, that absolutely anything is possible for our world and for your life.
It certainly is. Can't wait to read it. All right, let's hear from Laura Campus.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Camphouse, and I'm from Down Under as well in Sydney. My chapter is called Determination is Key. I'm very passionate about determination getting me far in success and accomplishing goals. Therefore, for anyone struggling to find their way in life at the moment, I encourage them to read this chapter, as I'm sure it will empower them.
Yes, and that is the subtitle of our book, Women Empowered Through Passion and Purpose. So anybody who needs hope, needs a new way of looking at their circumstance, this book, like Laura just said, stories will empower you to go further than you have before, to get up. All right, and keep going. So Corinna, I'd love to hear about your story.
Hi, my name is Corinna Stoffel, and the title of my chapter is We Are in a Collective Rite of Passage. When you read my chapter, you can learn how, despite the belief that everything can be broken down into small pieces, everything is connected.
Isn't that the truth? I love that. Thank you, Corinna. Candace, tell us about your story.
Hi, everyone. I'm Candace Platter, and the title of mine is From Self-Hate to Self-Like to Self-Love, I'm Still Standing. So for those of us who are on a spiritual journey, an emotional journey of looking inward and getting to know ourselves, we're often bombarded with all kinds of books and information about how we're supposed to love ourselves, self-love. But I think we're missing a step because many of us start out from a place of self-hatred, of not feeling good about ourselves. And to try to go from a place of self-hate to self-love is like jumping over Niagara Falls. It's just too big. So I think we need to go from self-hate to self-like to self-love. And in my chapter, I share my story about how I did that.
What a great distinction. Thank you for making that a journey that is doable rather than a should do type of thing. All right, Candace, and let's go to Teresa Barnes. Hi, Teresa. Tell us about your story.
Hello, I am Dr. Teresa Barnes, and my chapter is called Mothering the Child Within. This all started actually as a result of COVID when everything was crumbling and nothing brings us back to issues around safety and insecurity as childhood and how important it is to feel held. And that's when I started to get acquainted with my child self and realized that she has felt unseen. And when I realized that my whole life I've been trying to get her to be seen by others, that the most important person was to be seen by me. So once I began to see her and I learned to accept and make space for her, what I found was that it was okay to have little girl needs inside of a grown woman's mind. So if you want to know more about my story, please check it out.
Oh, can't wait to read that one. Thank you, Teresa. And Tracy Eman, let's hear about your story.
Thanks, Laura. Thanks, everybody. I'm Tracy Eman, and my chapter is called Being Unapologetically Me. In my story, I talk about my journey to now, highlighting that authenticity isn't really about being perfect. It's about being real. And if you read my story, you're going to learn why it's important to embrace our individuality and cherish the little quirks that make us unique.
Oh, those little quirks, they do make us unique. Oh, good. So we're not alone in this journey. I love that. All right. So we've got, how about Laura Reagan? Let's hear about your chapter.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, wherever you are. My name is Laura Reagan, Laura Rochelle Reagan. I need to emphasize that, Rochelle, Laura Rochelle. And my chapter is called My True Identity. And what I want to do, what I did in my chapter, is I shared my struggles growing up and trying to find my true identity. And what I want the readers to embrace from my story is that it's okay to embrace your true identity. And your true identity comes from within, not from external labels, not what other people call you, but who you really are from within. And my story is kind of a story of self-discovery and resilience. So if anybody's struggling with their identity, you really want to read that chapter.
Awesome. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that story with us. Lynn, love to hear about your story.
Hi, I'm Lynn Abate Johnson, and in my chapter entitled You Are Worthy of Love, I tell a story about a time in my life that up until now, I never shared publicly because I was so ashamed and embarrassed. So you might take away some validation, some inspiration, and a feeling of community because I am with you.
Yes, thank you for being with us and being brave enough to share it. And for those of you watching today, if you want to get a copy, it's only 99 cents to grab your Kindle copy of Voices of the 21st Century, Women Empowered Through Passion and Purpose. Where do you get it? You get it at Voices of the 21st Century book.com. It'll have all the links to your country's Amazon get the book from Amazon on your country of choice, basically. Well, thank you, Lynn and Carol Cook. Let's hear from you about your story.
Good morning, good afternoon, and wherever you're from. My name is Carol Cook, and my chapter is called Harness Your Force to Find Your Gold Medal Moment. So after a devastating health diagnosis, in the prime of my life, I found that I had a force within myself, and I share how you too can find your own force and your gold medal moment.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Thank you, Carol. All right, Aranda, we'd love to hear about your story too.
Hi, everybody. Same thing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. I am Aranda Osborne, and my chapter is called I Never Imagined. And that chapter is really to empower any woman who wants to throw in the towel, just give up because she can't see past her current predicament. I want her to know that she's already there.
Yes, she is. Other people are holding the space, and that's what this book does. It holds the space to let you all know that when you're reading it, you are a great person. You're a magnificent person. You have everything it takes to overcome whatever challenges you're going through. It's truly inspiring. Thank you, Iranda, for sharing that story as well. And let's go over to Angelica.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angelica Miller. My chapter is titled Navigating Your Challenges Through Grace. In my chapter, I talk about health scare. I had brain surgery several years ago, but how I took control of making the decisions in my health care. So with my chapter, I encourage you to discover how to confidently embrace tough choices without sacrificing your comfort or control.
Nice. We don't always know we have choice, but when we read it in a story, we get a new perspective. So grab your copy at Voices of the 21st Century book.com. It's only 99 cents today. And guess what? You'll be making a statement that women's voices matter and that you support women. All right. So let's hear now from Andrea.
Hi, everybody. I'm Andrea Tompkins from Bermuda. And in my chapter titled Let It Begin With Me, I share part of my quest for passion and purpose, fueled by self-empowerment, love, and the light within.
I just feel so calm just hearing that. Thank you for doing that. And welcome to our Bermuda authors, our Australian authors, our UK authors, and our North American authors as well. So another Bermudian is Margaret. Would love to hear your story about your story.
Hello, everyone. So overwhelmingly wonderful to be here with each of us today and know what we've done to get here. So I'm thrilled to be a part of this. And my chapter is called I Didn't Know What I Didn't Know. And some wise person told me it was a love story. And I think there's some truth to that. I share my journey of recovery and my hope in anyone reading this, no matter where they are in life, that they can have some sense of connectedness, not being alone, and know that they have endured growth edges that are painful and that we have great capacity for growth and resilience. And together we're stronger.
Indeed, we are. And I love that you point out the growth aspect, that challenges are here if we take them on as growth opportunities, and we can make our lives better. So very inspiring. And Deborah, love to hear about your story.
There's so many wonderful chapters. My name is Deborah Marcia Rubin, and my chapter is called Revolving Doors. The Universe is Your Partner. And I delve into a few transformative experiences from my life, and I explore the profound interplay from that dreaded change, but with the element of trust, patience, and the art of listening to that sweet, small, delicate inner voice, because we can trust it no matter what. So this narrative unveils a life journey that is still continuing today as I learn to listen deeper and deeper. And I trust and I hope that this inspires you to trust your process of change and look at it as a gift.
Yes, perfect. And lovely. Thank you, Carolyn. Now we're going to call on Carolyn. Sorry, Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. And Carolyn Sawyer, we'd love to hear about your book.
Greetings, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm unable to download the background, but I'm happy to be amongst all these talented and inspiring women. My chapter is Brave Enough, and I was inspired to write it because I was searching for my biological family and the vulnerability and the nerve that it took to do that. Hopefully I can inspire someone else to do the same. So that's my chapter. I hope you like it.
Thank you, Carolyn. And we want to go next to Catherine Moore and hear about your story.
Hello, yes, my name is Catherine Moore, and my chapter is called Defying the Odds, Tapping into Your Inner Strength. And I share my journey of trauma and triumph and disaster, and really explore what were the 3 things that helped me to defy the odds when it felt like everything was against me. And the reader will take away the 3 things that they already have that they can tap into when it feels like everything is so overwhelming and there's no way out, but you too can defy the odds.
Indeed. We all need that hope. Thank you so much, Catherine. And Dr. Leah, let's hear from you about your story. If you're still here.
And wherever you are on your side of the world. My name is Dr. Leah Abney, and my chapter is From Setbacks to Success, Building Strength Through Persistence. And the readers, what you'll get from this chapter is you will discover some transformative insights from my story on how to overcome setbacks. We often are challenged with setbacks in our lives and we're wanting to give up. But one of the things that I've learned through those setbacks, that there's always opportunity in setbacks. So when you're going through this chapter, you will acquire some practical tips that will help you to keep it moving. So I hope that you pick up the book today.
Yes, thank you. And by the way, where you can get Dr. Leah and all of our authors, practical tips, inspiring stories, reminders, vulnerability, they're brave, is at voicesofthe21stcenturybook.com. So grab your copy today. It's only 99 cents today, and you'll be supporting women. All right, so let's keep going because we have so many awesome authors here. Judy, we'd love to hear about your chapter.
Sorry, just unmuting. 1 moment, sorry.
We hear you.
Okay, great.
So what's your chapter about?
My name is Judy Adams, and I'm so pleased to be here today with all of you and all my fellow co-authors. My chapter, entitled The Compassionate Leader, shares my experience and my internal struggle throughout my business career. I discovered that showing compassion and empathy in leadership is not weak or unprofitable. It, in fact, is currently the missing piece. It is time for women to share this superpower to bring greater balance to the world. And I would love for all of you to read it and share your thoughts and voice with me.
Lovely. Thank you for that invitation and for revealing that superpower to us all, because it is there. Beautiful. And Karen, love to hear about your story.
Hi everyone, my name is Karen Anderson and my chapter is called Am I a Ghost? And it shares the impact domestic violence had on my self-esteem and my dreams for the future. But I also share a moment when I realized I've got this.
Wonderful. You have got this. And ladies and everyone watching, you've got this. If there's anything this book does, it does exactly what Karen's story does, is let you know you've got this. Okay, so I would like to go to Valerie, who's here to share. What is your short takeaway about your story? What is your title and the takeaway?
I'm so glad to be here and excited. Hello around the world. So my chapter is the Mindset Blueprint, Designing My Victory. And it's all about my journey of creating the life that I most desire. And what I hope that women will get from the chapter is how you too can take the mindset shift and change everything about your life.
Oh my gosh, mindset is so important. Thank you for your contribution. I'd also like to have now Marianne share about your story.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are someone that has experienced imposter syndrome, my chapter, I Believe in Me, is for you. As I share about the connection between empowerment, self-belief, passion, purpose, and cultivating a positive mindset, reminding you that you are a priority and that you matter.
Oh, so true. Thank you, Marianne. How many of you, if you virtually raise your hand, you've experienced imposter syndrome? Yes. And we can get over it and we can get through it and understand it. And thanks for guiding us in that with your story. That's right. Awesome. Yes. Thanks for raising your hands. You can lower them now. Okay, Kelly, would love to hear about your story.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here. My chapter is entitled Don't Delay, Prepare for Your Next. And ladies, if you can imagine, we've taken care of everyone and everything. And so now it's time for you to give yourself grace and permission to take care of you. And I say stay because that's start thinking about you. So give yourself grace and permission to start thinking about you. In my chapter, I'll give you 3 action items on your journey to start thinking about you.
Fabulous acronym and so cool. Thank you for your guidance and your sharing of your story with us, Kelly. All right. Marcia Lake, Down Under. Love to hear about your story.
Thank you. Hi, ladies. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Marcia Lake from Down Under. My chapter is called Perseverance and Tenacity. And for the reader, I want to help women who are stuck in their job and they're not happy and they want to start a business but really don't know where to start. So in my chapter, I share how a negative work situation can be turned around into a positive, long and successful business as I have, with some very useful business tips along the way.
What I love about these stories, and Marcia, yours points to, is how you weave story and practical guidance in there. So it's really a delightful book. Grab your copy at voicesofthe21stcenturybook.com. That'll give you the appropriate Amazon link for you to get it today for only 99 cents. I think it's a no-brainer. Plus, it's a statement that you are supporting women globally to rise and elevate their voices. And you know what? This is going to inspire you. So voicesofthe21stcenturybook.com. You can also learn about each of our authors a little more on that site as well. So we still have more, believe it or not, authors who've joined us today. I mean, I think we've had 36 authors here on the call, and I'm going to go over to Knock Tran. And if you could share about your chapter, and you are a multi voices of the 21st century author.
Well, thank you. Exciting day for everyone here. My name is Knock Tran, and I am from Alameda, California. My chapter is Your Life is Predestined. I shared my relationship with men and the challenges that I had and how it inspires anyone to overcome any life challenges and shift your paradigms to create the life that you want by your own design.
I love it. I'm writing down notes from each person, and I'm just writing down the words. And I think we're going to have a great word cloud, from permission to self-care, empowering, inspired, relationship, mindset, evolved, hope, connect. So it's great what this book is all about. And thank you, Nak, for your contribution. And Renee, we'd love to hear about your story.
Hello, I'm Renee Bjork. Thank you for being here today. What a great honor to be among heart-centered people. So my story is called Legacy of Love. It's about a woman who prayed for death because life was too hard. And when God showed up, he transformed her life and her heart. So the message I want to leave is that stop struggling to connect with God and go on adventures with him.
Love it. Thank you so much, Renee, for the inspiration and guidance. And Glendoria, we'd love to hear about your chapter.
Hi, everyone, and thank you all for being here, and hi to people all over the world. So I'm really enjoying this so much. My chapter is called My Passion Revived. And I in my chapter, I talk about how I was down and out and just wanted to quit doing everything, quit writing, quit singing, just quit, and we all feel that way sometimes. But along came someone who really sparked my passion again. So, I like to say sometimes your passion needs a kick in the butt, right? And so I got my kick in the butt and I started all over again. And so that's what my chapter is about, learning how to not let the negativities in life define you, because you are so much more than what you think you are. God created us in his image, and we are to do the things that he has called us to do, regardless of what the naysayers say about you. So keep on pushing, keep on striving, keep on doing those things that God wants you to do with your life.
Thhank you. Awesome. I'm going for it. And I'm seeing even quotes and comments here from the authors themselves. I'm just going to put all the authors. We do have a few more to get to, but I want to just show our audience all our authors, that have shown up here today. There are 45 in total, plus our forward. And one of the comments here is, I keep getting spirit shivers. My cells are transforming just by listening to your voices. And that's what this book does. It is meant to transform your cells at a cellular level. So you can grab your copy at voicesofthe21stcenturybook.com for 99 cents today, and you'll be supporting our bestseller launch. We are already best-selling authors in 3 categories internationally. And so that's the awesome news. And now I would love to hear from Sally Peterson about your story.
Thank you very much and welcome everybody. My name is Sally Peterson. My chapter is titled Breaking Boundaries, Crafting a Life of Abundance, Purpose, and Adventure. And it's about my own personal life experiences, which I rarely share with anyone. So it was a little bit uncomfortable to now have it out there, but it's also realizing and overcoming that the boundaries that we have in life are the only ones that we project upon ourselves.
Isn't that interesting concept? Thank you, Sally, for breaking your own boundaries and going for it, going for this. And we have Natasha Williams. Why don't you share about your story? Repeat author here.
Yes, hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, this is my 4th Voices book, and you know what? The stories keep getting better and better and better. So the title of my chapter is Shift the Music Your Butterflies Dance To. And I was inspired to write this because I finally cracked the code to forever happiness. Life is much like music, and when you know how to shift to the music that's being played, you will not have another sad day. It's all about expectations. And so get the book, and then you can read all about how you can have forever happiness. I'm happy. Can't you see?
Oh, you just made us all happy with just the hope of happiness and your happy spirit. So thank you, Natasha. And Zan, tell us about your chapter. We'd love to hear.
Hello, everybody. I'm Zanita Johns, and I'm from Colorado, but I'm joining you today from Hawaii on vacation. So excited to be here with all of my #1 best-selling co-authors. My chapter is titled Touching the World, Line by Line. I talk about a prayer that I wrote, which was my first poem. It was a private conversation with God. And I said, let's touch the world line by line. Almost 50 years ago, I did not know my passion at the time, but if you read my chapter, you'll see how I went from a woman who had no intention of speaking publicly, no intention of sharing publicly, to becoming a best-selling author, a keynote speaker, a poet who is internationally recognized, and a poet whose poem appears as the dedication page in our #1 international best-selling book. Thank you.
Thank you for inspiring us with your poetry. I've certainly become more enlightened through your poems. So thank you for that, Zan. And I have a chapter in the book I thought I'd share with you. It's called Your Joy Matters. Your joy transforms the world because your joy matters. It will inspire joy deep into your soul. And I share a story about something that happened on a 1-hour airplane flight last summer about how joy really makes a difference. But you'll have to read the chapter and get the book to hear about that story. So I'm excited to have that out there with you all. And I didn't know if Charmaine would like to say something and or turn it back to Gail.
Sure, I can
Okay.
say something.
Oh,
I'm
good,
delighted to be here with everyone. It's just such a happy day after getting to know you all and hearing little bits of the stories as they're being developed, the chapters, and then hearing them today. It's just sort of a wave of goosebumps nonstop. I'm delighted to be an author, and my chapter is about the ripple effect of passion and purpose. And it takes people through a little bit of a journey with a young elementary student that I met when I was doing a presentation in a school, and how his words after the presentation inspired me to go on and pursue some of my big dreams in life. So we never know who our mentors and the change agents are in my life. And that day it was a little 7-year-old boy in an orange shirt who inspired me.
Isn't it amazing the things that change our lives? And when we can share those stories, I promise you, if you sit down and read a story or two, your whole demeanor, your whole outlook on life will be changed for the better. That's what I use these books for. And make a collection. Look up all the voices of the 21st century books and grab at least a copy or contact these authors. Each one of them will have a book for sale as well. But I wanted to turn it back over to you, Gail. I know we wanted to mention something about the foreword and anything else you wanted to share about the book and your stories.
So first of all, I'm so inspired by each and every one of you. I truly, truly am. And it's been an honor and a privilege to be forever bound with you from our front cover to our back cover and getting to know each of you on a more intimate level. So thank you so much for opening your heart. And you inspired me so much that what I've learned from all of you is the courage it takes to share your story. And so I decided to go that route myself and ask myself, if there was one message I wanted to leave in this world, what would it be? So I took the opportunity to also share my story, a personal story, in this book called Live and Let Live, A Father's Impact. So I invite you to read that. We had a very special woman. Her name is Dr. Roberta Shaler. If you don't know her, she is the host of a popular podcast called Save Your Insanity. She's amazing. She helps people all over the world in toxic relationships. And she wrote the most powerful foreword I've ever read. To conclude our time here today, I'm just going to read you a quick summary of what she said, and I think it'll send us away nicely. Through being empowered means we live our values authentically, out loud, without fear or compromise. Sometimes that is as quiet as being an unacknowledged role model to a child down the street. Sometimes it's championing a world-changing idea, and it's everywhere in between. Bringing our values to life provides a compelling why and clarity for our actions. That's what matters. Much gratitude to the brave, empowered, intrepid women who cared enough to share their journeys here, offering you their insights and inspiration. You are soaring. So thank you to Dr. Roberta Shaler. Thank you to Zenita Johns for writing that beautiful poem. Thank you to our team, Laura Rubenstein, guiding us all through the way. She's been awesome. To Tracy Eamon, to Natasha Clausen, Karen Stroh. I mean, it's just been remarkable, a remarkable journey with each and every one of you. And biggest thanks to all of our authors. This book is because of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Gail.
Yes, thank you. This has been amazing celebration. Feel free to share this live stream out to your friends. Feel free to grab a copy, buy some for your friends. Be in touch with these authors. Go to voicesofthe21stcenturybook.com. Women are changing the world, and we're doing it one story at a time. And each of these women in their lives are doing it with their own communities and with their families as well. So thank you, Gail, for the opportunity for bringing this year after year. Really, it's a beautiful collection when you get each of the books that we've had over the last 7 years. We have one coming out in 2025. And if you have a story to share, we welcome you to contact us as well for that. But in the meantime, enjoy Voices of the 21st Century, Women Empowered Through Passion and Purpose. Let's give everybody a great send-off and a big hand. Congratulations, best-selling authors. You did it. You made the difference in lots of people's lives, and thank you for that. Bye for now.